Hi, I'm Beto Juarez, and I'm a real estate enthusiast and AI obsessive. And recently, I've been helping mortgage loan officers boost their production without having to add any additional man hours to their personal plate, to their phone callers, to any of their additional team. And the way they're doing it is through voice AI. So I know there's a lot of interest in the mortgage community to say, hey, what is the actual advantage and why are people adopting this seemingly very, very quickly? And so I wanted to pull back the curtains a little bit and show, what does a typical voice AI campaign cost? And then B, what is the ROI that actually make sense for a loan officer? So I built a little spreadsheet to walk you through it, and I'll be sure to post the spreadsheet to share on this video, and you can always find me on LinkedIn. Send me a DM if you have a specific question or if you want to explore more about voice AI. All right, so here's the calculator. It starts at the top where you're going to put in your inputs of expected leads that you might have. So let's say you have around 500 leads. We're typically going to want to contact them about 9 times over the course of a single campaign to see if they pick up. And we're seeing about 25% contact rate for that voice AI pickup. Then you're going to want to put in what's your expected contact rate to application rate. And then finally, what's your expected application to close rate, mirroring the marketing funnel that you're very familiar with, right? Finally, you're going to want to put in the amount of money that you think you can make on a typical commission size. So we put in 7,000 there. Of course, it's going to vary depending on your geography and product type. Okay, so going through what voice AI costs, typically you're going to encounter some kind of one-time setup fee. They won't be crazy expensive, but it just takes the time, pays for the folks' ability to configure the voice AI agent exactly how you want it. Second, there's going to be usually a minimum monthly spend in the form of a platform fee, but what that spend will get you in return is no cost for all the attempted outbound on that. In this case, we're going to see about a price of $1,000. Now, additionally, after that 1,000 runs out, we'll have a per call attempt, and then contact rate being kind of the golden outcome that we're looking for is going to be charged at about $1.50 each. Now, if you put that through, the AI is going to call about 4,500 calls over this list of 500 leads, right? And then that's going to produce 125 connections, and at that application rate, you might be able to get a better application rate, but at the 15% contact application rate that we determined, that produces 19 applications submitted, and let's say you're only going to get 10% of that, then that means 2. So let's take very, very conservative estimates, on your funnel and what you can actually produce. What you're looking at for a lead list of 500 folks is 2 additional deals, right? And so if you can get 2 additional deals at about this monthly revenue, right, of $7,000 per deal, then that's real income. We're going to put it at 1.9 given the probability of it actually occurring. And then we're going to look over at the cost. Okay, so we know we're paying $1,000 minimum per month, and then those additional calls are only going to be up to $175. Successful connection cost is a similar price at $188. Not too much more when you consider the additional platform or the initial platform cost, right? And so taking into account that one-time setup fee from $1,500, we're going to get a revenue of $13,300 at a monthly cost of $1,300 plus that $1,500 for a net profit of $10,000. Again, that's doing an average of 1.9 or 2 deals additional per month with 500 leads. That's a spectacular ROI percentage in the hundreds of percent. But here's probably what you're looking at. What is the return on my dollar? At this point, we're looking at a $9 return for every dollar that you spend on voice AI, and a per deal cost of $700, right? So when you think about these metrics, it becomes more obvious why voice AI for lead nurturing is really gaining strength in the mortgage industry. I just want to point out here, there's a lot of power in additional leads. If we just consider, all right, maybe we'll make that 1,000 leads per month. The cost is certainly going to go up to $1,775, but really your revenue can be super boosted at that point, getting revenue return on your dollar boosted up to $15, and then of course the cost per deal actually coming down, given that there's a low entry price to get into this game. A lot of gain to be had from actually operating these on some of your best lead lists, or lead lists that haven't made the cut and that you haven't had time to address yet. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed learning this walkthrough of an ROI for voice AI for mortgage lenders in the lead nurturing use case. There's a number of other use cases, but this is one that hits immediately for a lot of loan officers that have an existing CRM or lead database that they've just been dying to hit up. Please download the ROI sheet yourself, send me questions or feedback, and thanks for joining me.